How's it going, YouTube? It's me again, and I'm back with a Blu Ray update. These are Blu Rays I picked up over the past 6 months or so, from last, August, July, 6-7 months or whatever, up until now. And these first two are movies I bought last week. So here we go. Let's get started. We got Raging Bull, the classic 1980, I believe it came out, starring Robert De Niro. So I feel is one of his better roles. This and Taxi Driver are probably, in my opinion, two of his best roles, or his two best roles. Yeah, Scorsese joint. This is pretty much a no-brainer. Everyone should know what this is. If you haven't seen it, this is probably the version to get if you have the means to play a Blu-ray. It just came out, I believe, a week ago, so went ahead and picked this up. Again, this is a must. I had this on standard DVD, but I had to upgrade it, obviously, to Blu-ray. Next up, we have Donnie Darko. This is the director's cut. It actually includes the theatrical and the director's cut. Which, yeah, this is a movie I'd been on the fence about for a few years, ever since I first saw it. I've seen both versions. I'm not sure which one I like better. This movie seems to get a lot of mixed reviews. Some people love it, some people hate it, but I'm actually looking forward to watching it again in high definition, just to see, how I like it. Again, see if my opinion changes of it. But yeah, I picked this up, I believe at Best Buy for about $24. It was on sale, $25. Next up is a movie you might not expect to see from me, Wally. I mainly picked this up just to show my mom what Blu-ray looked like, because I figured this was a movie that she would kind of like. It's tame, obviously. It's a Disney movie. But yeah, I was thoroughly surprised by it. I really enjoyed it. And it actually won an Oscar, from what I understand. I didn't watch the Oscars, but I heard this one. Also Slumdog Millionaire. But anyway, Heath Ledger won too, which was good. But anyway, yeah, this is Wally. It's the first Disney Pixar movie I've ever bought. I'm actually surprised at myself for buying it, but like I said, I bought it to show my mom, pretty much, and it actually looks really great on Blu-ray. So that's also part of the reason I picked it up. Which, yeah, I'll probably get some more Disney releases in the future as they come out on Blu-ray. But anyway, next up we got Transformers. I bought this the week it came out. I still haven't watched it on Blu-ray yet. I've seen the movie, and I had it on standard DVD, but had to upgrade. This is just one of those movies I feel like if you've got the means to buy movies in high def and you have a Blu-ray player, you should definitely pick this up in high definition. Next up we have Blow, the Johnny Depp and Penelope Cruz and Ray Liotta movie. Yeah, this is what is it based? I believe it's based on a true story. George Jung, the cocaine seller, drug dealer. Which, yeah, very interesting movie. Very depressing towards the end. One of my favorite drug movies. Definitely a must. A must own either on Blu-ray or on standard DVD, but this is definitely one that people should check out if they haven't already. Next up we have Iron Man, one of my favorite superhero or comic book based movies of all time. I'm not sure if I like this or The Incredible Hulk better, but I'm kind of leaning towards this being the better movie, but The Incredible Hulk, to me, had the better fight scene at the end. But still, this is a very enjoyable movie and definitely highly recommended for anybody that's into comic book films. Everybody's heard of this. Everybody knows about it. And I kind of like how they set it up for part 2 in there with Samuel L. Jackson at the end. Anyway, next up we got Beetlejuice, the 80s classic. I hadn't owned this previously. but I figured I might as well just get it on Blu-ray since it was out, so picked it up. Tim Burton classic. Next up we have another gangster movie classic by Scorsese, Casino. Pretty much everyone knows about that. I won't go into too many details. Not as good as Goodfellas, but damn close. Another gangster movie, recent gangster movie, American Gangster, with Denzel Washington and Russell Crowe. Very good movie. I thought the ending was kind of meh, but the movie as a whole was very good. And then next up we have Hell Ride. I'm not sure why I actually picked this up on Blu-ray. It wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. I probably could have just gotten away with getting the standard DVD and that would have been okay, but I don't know. I guess it was decent. It's got Dennis Hopper in it, which is a plus. But I guess, I mean, if you could find it cheap on standard DVD, I'd pick it up that way. But it was decent. Next up we have Incredible Hulk. I was pleasantly surprised by this. It's definitely by far better than the 2003 Ang Lee version. Like I said, this was probably my favorite, or the ending fight scene was my favorite pretty much out of, or between this and the final fight scene in Iron Man. I actually like Hulk as a character better than Iron Man anyway, but yeah, this is definitely a superhero movie that people weren't really expecting to be that great, but it kind of surprised people. I was surprised at it, but I'm glad it turned out the way it did, for sure. And they actually set it up for another part, actually, if you know about a certain character named the Leader. I think he was in that. But anyway, next up we got Hancock with Charlize Theron and Will Smith. This is a pretty decent movie. It's pretty interesting. I don't know if I want to say twist with the relationship between Will Smith's character and Hancock and Charlize Theron's character. But people haven't seen it, I won't give it away. It's a pretty decent superhero movie. And next up we have The Godfather. This is pretty much the version you should probably get if you have a Blu Ray player. This is definitely, you'd want to see these in high definition. I haven't watched these in high def yet, but from what I keep hearing about reviews of this package, it's definitely one of the better Blu Ray packages that have been released, period. So I'm actually looking forward to watching these movies in high def. What I don't understand just about the movies in general is how people can think they're overrated. I mean, I don't know, everybody's entitled to their opinion, but I feel like the first two Godfathers are two movies that everybody should see at least once before they die. But that's just my opinion. And I can understand how people say they're boring or slow because, yeah, they're both in parts of the first two and the third one. You know, they take time to develop the plot and develop the characters, but then to me, that's what makes the movies great. And it takes time. You know, there's not an explosion every 5 minutes or whatever. Not someone getting cut up or whatever every 5 minutes. There's actual dialogue. But anyway, I feel like the first two Godfathers are two of the best movies ever made. Anybody that's watched my 20 favorite movies of all time knows that, knows how I feel about these movies. But like I said, this is pretty much the definitive version of this set to get if you have the means to get to buy Blu-rays. There's a bonus disc, part 3, part 2, part 1. And next up we have Tropic Thunder. Very funny movie. Robert Downey Jr., Ben Stiller, Jack Black. Robert Downey Jr.'s character was hilarious. Pretty sure everyone knows about his character, but yeah. and this is Reservoir Dogs. Picked this up for $10 at Walmart. They got a lot of their DVDs marked down to like, or a lot of their Blu Rays, that is, marked down to like $10, $14.99, stuff like that. Selected titles, but yeah, this was definitely one I wanted to pick up for $10. So I mean, if you got a Walmart near you and you got a Blu Ray player and you don't have this movie, I definitely recommend that for $10. Also got this for $10 too. I heard they're gonna re-release this on Blu Ray for some reason. I don't know. I got this for $10, like I said, at Walmart. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut that off there because I'm approaching 11 minutes. Stay tuned for part 2 of the Blu Ray update. It'll be a lot shorter, but anyway, stay tuned.